Guys, I'm sitting here talking to the one and only Aron Ra. We're at the Ark Encounter Protest 2018. It's Friday, July 7th. Aron, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for what you do. First question, why are we here? What's the purpose? What's the main reason we're here today?
This facility was constructed in order to mislead and deceive a bunch of students so that they will grow up into the next generation of the credulous and manipulated. So, I mean, where are you going to get your money from if you don't have people buying your bullshit, literally? So that's what this is all about. They created this Ark to create that illusion that this is all possible. And I'm going to give another presentation to that effect shortly. But I mean, that's what this is really all about. Manipulating the masses and deceiving the credulous so that you can milk them of their funds. It's a P.T. Barnum kind of scheme.
Yeah, particularly the children, I imagine. I mean, they've got freaking dinosaurs. You know, kids love dinosaurs. Kids can't resist dinosaurs, so get them while they're young, right?
Yep. And then, of course, little old ladies are the same thing. You know, you get somebody that's got a pension fund or something, and they've got some money, and they don't have any education to back up, and then you deceive them. You know, you play on their emotions, and that's another part of the game. It's all very deceptive and dishonest.
So, what about the money? I understand that there's a huge pile of taxpayer money that helped fund this enormous monstrosity of a project.
Well, there was a huge amount of taxpayer money that was promised to this project, and then when they realized that they were going to have to pay taxes on it, well, then he flipped the bill so that he was given all this land. He didn't work for anything, right? He just had people giving him all this stuff, all of the acreage, everything. The $100 million to build this facade that looks like a boat, all that was handed to him by somebody else. So then he sold that from himself to himself as a non-profit, as a religious organization, so that he wouldn't have to pay taxes on it.
Right.
Then when he did that, they told him, well, you're not going to get the subsidies then, or whatever they call it, the tax incentives. And so he had to sell it back to himself the other way. So now he had to make a decision. Do I pay a few $100,000 in taxes, or do I get several million in benefits? And of course, they're religious discrimination. They don't hire gays, they don't hire Jews or Catholics or anybody but Protestant Christians. And then you have to, if you're single, you have to sign a document that you'll be celibate the whole time you're working here.
Isn't that illegal? I mean, those hiring practices, isn't that really illegal?
Well, if
bottom
it were
line,
anybody but religion. Now, see, you can sell miracle cures as a religion. Anybody else would be malpractice. You know, you can get away with all kinds of stuff as a religion that regular everyday people could not get away with, that would go to jail for. And ethical too. If you just make up your own statistics and talk out of your ass, right? That could be fraudulent as well, but you know, they don't call it that when it's religion. Then you can just make up whatever you want and talk out of your ass, and then it's suddenly absolute truth.
So it's actually not illegal for a religious organization to have those kind of hiring practices?
They have loopholes to get around everything. So if they have it set up so that they are a religious organization where they divide the park up to where parts of it are a religious organization and part of it is a public park, well, then this is how they managed to finagle around that.
Wonderful, wonderful. So how much headway are we making here?
Well, so far this annual demonstration has changed the script. I mean, they've always wanted to promote the Ark Park, obviously, but what they've ended up having to do from the very first time they did this was there was more attention paid to the protest than to the event. Even on opening day, there were reporters here talking to us rather than going and looking at that horse.
Oh, wow, really?
Yep.
So you guys pretty well changed the narrative.
Exactly.
Awesome.
They got an awful lot of publicity for the protest instead of the park.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so what about the turnout? This is what, the third annual?
Yeah, I like the turnout here. What, have we got 100 people over here?
So far. It's first thing in the morning. It's just barely after 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Come out and stand in the summer heat in with no facilities in July. Well, sure, 100 people just pop right up first thing in the morning.
All right, I assume you and Seth are scheduled to do some speaking?
I am at some point, yes.
Okay, what's the main subject of your talk today?
Well, I'm going to talk about pretty much what I just told you about why did they build this stupid thing and what's it all about.
Okay.
And what's it really all about.
Did we take him? Is he being good?
Well, awesome. Well, like I said, I do a weekly podcast, and I'd like to have a way to get in touch with you. I'd love to have you scheduled to come talk to me on my podcast sometime.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time, and seriously, thanks for everything you do.
My pleasure.